paper from him for me. Thank you. Hello? Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. His Eminence Sheikh Usman Nuhu Shaributu, the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Hajj Umar, Chief Imam of Al Sunnah wal Jama'ah, Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda, Chairman of the Hajj Task Force, Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikwe, Minister for Transport, Ms. Yvonne Nana Afrio Pare, Managing Director of Ghana Airports Company Limited, Reverend Solomon Ajasu Abija, Director of Projects and Engineering and Construction Company Maus Limited, leaders of the Muslim community, and I recognize Sheikh Wadud, Sheikh Amin Bonsu, Molvi bin Sali, and other leaders of our Muslim denominations. I wish to welcome all of you to this simple but important ceremony this afternoon. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, on this blessed Friday, the last before we enter the holy month of Ramadan, I wish to extend to you the cherished Islamic greeting of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon all of us. This sacred period is a time of reflection, worship, and renewal of our faith as Muslims. In just a few hours, we will enter a month where the doors of mercy are flung open to all, and the forces of shaitan are restrained, and every act of worship is rewarded thousandfold. May Allah accept our fasting, our prayers, and the good wishes we cherish for ourselves, our family, and our nation. Our honored guests, brothers and sisters in Islam, it is a noteworthy moment for me to stand before you today. You may recall that my first public engagement upon assuming office was with the Ummah at the National Mosque, Kanda, where I made a solemn pledge to alleviate the heavy financial burden of Hajj on willing Muslims who intended to perform the pilgrimage. Today I'm pleased to announce that this pledge has been fulfilled, and the cost of Hajj was reduced from 75,000 cedis to 62,000 cedis. A savings of up to 13,000 cedis per pilgrim. Inshallah, this will significantly increase the number of people performing this sacred journey this year. I'm certain that next year we can even bring the fare down further. After we pay off the millions of dollars of debt that have accumulated in Saudi Arabia from earlier Hajj operations. This year, we intend to airlift exactly 5,000 pilgrims to the Holy Land. And the task force has announced 13th March as the deadline for payment. We have facilitated a pre-finance arrangement with one of the local banks. And so I'm pleased as I speak to you to announce that all deposits for accommodation, transport, and other facilities have been paid. I've instructed the Hajj Task Force that they should cut off at exactly 5,000 and not go beyond 5,000. We don't want the previous situation where people rush with late payments and we are unable to airlift them and they come complaining. This year we set up a task force to manage the Hajj, because after government took office, we realized that period between taking office and the Hajj was too close. And so we brought competent people together, headed by Alhaji Collins Dauda, as a task force to organize the Hajj for this year. After this year's Hajj, we will constitute the Hajj board, and we will appoint the chairman of the Hajj board. I've instructed the task force that Hajj is not a business. Hajj is not meant for profit. The Hajj task force must not structure things in order to make a profit. We don't want a profit from Hajj. After the performance of Hajj, if there is even 1 CD left, that money should be donated to the poor or used for a project in the Muslim communities. His Eminence, the Chief Imam, eminent Muslim Ummah, I'm also happy to announce that I've instructed the legal counsel at the Presidency, Madame Marietta Brew, to amend the Public Holidays Act to provide an extra holiday for the Muslim celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Therefore, beginning this year, there will be 2 days of holiday at the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Indeed, Allah reminds us in the Holy Quran, and I quote, it says, "Verily, the first house of worship appointed for mankind was that at Makkah, full of blessings and guidance for mankind and the jinn." And this is Surah Al-Imran 396. And in another verse, and I wish to quote again, the Quran says, "And proclaim to mankind the Hajj. They will come to you on foot, on an every lean camel. They will come from very deep and distant mountain highways." And this is in Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22, verse 27. Hajj is a spiritual journey of purification and a reaffirmation of our submission to the will of Allah. This journey begins with our 5 daily prayers, and it intensifies through the holy month of Ramadan and reaches its pinnacle in the rites of the Hajj. I've always told my father, the Chief Imam, that I pray that Allah spares his life so that he will see 2 things in his lifetime before he is called to Jannatul Firdaus. One of them was the construction of the National Mosque in Kanda, and I thank Allah that he spared his life to see that beautiful edifice. The second was the construction of a permanent Hajj village for pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. And today I thank Allah that our Father is with us on this auspicious occasion. Since I came into public service, one of my greatest concerns has been ensuring that our Ummah embark on this sacred journey with dignity and in a conducive environment. And indeed, there is a hadith that states, "Indeed, Allah is beautiful," I quote, "and loves that which is beautiful," unquote. In 2009, when President John Evans Atta Mills of blessed memory commissioned me as his vice president to supervise the Hajj operations, I found a very pathetic situation in which pilgrims were left to sleep in the open at the Elwak Stadium. Many of them were bitten by mosquitoes and came down with malaria even before boarding their flights for the Holy Land. I therefore, with a team, set out to remedy the situation with Alhaji Bene and his group by setting up a temporary Hajj village using tents next to the Elwak Stadium. This improved the condition of pilgrims while they prepared to embark on the Hajj. Following an aircraft overshooting the runway at the Kotoka airport, the temporary Hajj village had to be moved from that site, and it was brought to its current site close to the Accra Polo grounds. Each of these temporary structures was an improvement over the previous one, but none of them fully met the dignity and comfort that our pilgrims deserve. During all this time, we were engaged with the Ghana Airport Company Limited to provide land for a new and permanent Hajj facility to be built. I therefore today give credit to all those who have worked, including members of the past administration, to bring us to this point where we can catch sod for this complex facility that will guarantee the safety and comfort of our pilgrims before they leave for the Holy Land. Today we gather here not as politicians, but as one people, Ghanaians who genuinely seek the welfare of our Muslim brothers and sisters wishing to embark on the Hajj. We're taking a bold step forward. This new Hajj village will serve as a modern, well-equipped and dignified facility for our departing pilgrims. Fellow citizens, as you were told, this edifice includes a fully air-conditioned pilgrims hall to ensure comfort before departure. And so this is like a terminal building, a smaller version of Terminal 3. And so they will be checked in there, and then they'll be taken straight to the aircraft to board and depart. There's a modern ablution and prayer area, a mosque, to facilitate spiritual preparation before our pilgrims leave. There's a well-organized accommodation, comfortable accommodation, to allow the pilgrims to rest peacefully before their flights are ready. There's a dedicated health facility, a modern clinic, to provide medical care and screening before they depart. There's a market and catering facilities so that they can be well fed before they leave. There will be an immigration desk and check-in services to streamline travel procedures before they embark on their pilgrimage. This project has been on the drawing board for a long time, and I thank Allah for allowing me to see this beautiful dream fulfilled. My thanks go to the management and staff of the airport company, Madam Yvonne and her staff, for making this project possible through what is a land swap agreement. And I thank our brother, the owner of Meshes Mawum's Construction, who are the promoters of this project, for their perseverance and diligence in bringing this project to commencement. My dear brothers and sisters, as I said, this project is for the welfare of all Muslims, notwithstanding political affiliation. And it is my fervent hope that we'll gather again here once more 24 months from now to commission this beautiful edifice to the glory of Allah. May Allah bless this project, may Allah bless this initiative and grant